Greetings from Manipal University Jaipur. I am Dr. Sushrut Samanto. I am an assistant director in the Directorate of Academics, and from the whole team of Directorate of Academics, I welcome you to our university. In Directorate of Academics, we value integrity, transparency, quality, accountability, and teamwork, and we aim to achieve excellence in professional programs fostering industry-ready scholars for societal needs and sustainable development. In the next few slides, I will be explaining to you the very basic details of the academic structure that we follow in Manipal University Jaipur. How if you get the syllabus and curriculum of your course, how it works, how to explain everything, how do you understand what is going on with your syllabus, all these kinds of things. We will talk about choice-based credit system, some academic rules and regulations, and we will talk about some very important details, the contact details that you may need to navigate your way through the Manipal University Jaipur. So in Manipal University Jaipur, we have 5 faculties: the Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Design, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Law, Faculty of Management and Commerce, and Faculty of Science. All the faculties are headed by the deans of the faculty, and under those faculties we have several schools. The schools are headed by directors, and under the schools there are the departments. The departments run the programs where you have taken your admission in. But if you have any question, any confusion, anything related to academics that you may follow in Manipal University Jaipur, you do not need to contact any of the deans, directors or anybody like that one. There are class coordinators, section coordinators and teacher guardians or mentors assigned to you. You can directly contact them for any type of academic or non-academic problems or issues or clarifications that you may need. In Directorate of Academics, it's headed by the director, Professor Ajay Kumar. There are 2 deputy directors, Dr. Anand Pandey and Dr. Neha Chaudhary, and 2 assistant directors, Dr. Kusumlata Jain and myself, Dr. Sushrut Samanto. If you have any questions related to your academics, you are always welcome to visit us and contact us. Our contact details we will share at the end of the slides. So once you take admission in this university, you should get hold of the academic handbook. Each faculty or school has their own academic handbook, which in very details highlights all the features of our academic programs, whatever the syllabus there are, whatever textbooks you have to study, what are the academic rules and regulations for promotion, for the elective subjects that you may need. So all those kinds of things you may get from the academic handbook. A soft copy of this one is available on our website, also on the DMS portal, of which you will know in a bit. Also, your head of the department or your class teachers will be able to provide one copy of this. I strongly suggest that you go through this academic handbook for your clarifications. So in Manipal University Jaipur, we take great care to design our syllabus. So once the syllabus is formed, it goes through a board of studies and faculty board, and the board of studies, it includes professors, senior professors of the department and professors from other universities and industry leaders. So they give their feedbacks, and we form our syllabus that way. Once it's approved, it goes through the cycle of studies, and then at the end of the semester we take feedback from all sorts of stakeholders like students, faculty, parents and employers, all those kinds of things, and then any revision if it's required, so that is incorporated in here. And so you can be sure that in this syllabus that you are studying, it's totally up to date and state of the art syllabus, and you will be industry ready for your studies. So once you get to your academic handbook, you will see that we follow something called a choice-based credit system in Manipal University Jaipur, and in your curriculum you will see several type of core courses, program elective courses, there are internships and projects, open electives, laboratory courses, all those kinds of things. The core courses are the courses which are absolutely mandatory for any course or any program that you study in our university. Certain programs are like that one, that certain subjects you must study. If you are studying chemistry, thermodynamics is something that you must study. So those are your core courses. You do not have a choice to choose your core courses. They are already fixed. But if you want to do some specialization in certain things, if you are taking admission in computer science and you want to do a specialization in networking, for example, or digital security, for example, there will be a bunch of elective courses that you can select, so that you can pursue your career in the domain that you want. Also, there will be several internships and projects, so you can have hands-on experience on the subjects that you are studying. If you are interested in certain other subjects from other domains, for example, if you are interested in photography or music, for example, so you can take, or if you are a student in Bachelor of Business Administration and you need to study some coding, so you can opt for some open elective courses which are offered by all the departments in here, and you can hone your skills in certain domains like that one. And obviously hands-on practice are always there for all the courses, so laboratory practices will also be there. So if you go to your academic handbook, you will see the course structure first. So here is an example of the course BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration, and for each semester, whatever subjects you are going to study, you can see from the program structure. So here you can see that certain subjects already are mentioned. The first one, like Fundamentals of Business Organization and Management, it's a core course. You do not have a choice in here. But if you go to the third and fourth semester, you will see that there are several courses which are program electives or discipline specific electives. So if you are studying certain subject, you can choose a bunch of subject and you can study those for your specific skills. Also, you will see that in the first semester there are certain subjects like communicative English and fundamentals of computers and their lab. In the second semester you are going through spoken English, all those kinds of subjects. These are your ability enhancement or skill enhancement courses. So we in Manipal University Jaipur, we believe in holistic development and overall development of a student. So we try to focus on each type of domain, so our students are already ready with very good communication skills and with very good academics. Once you go to these subjects, you will see that there are several numbers that are mentioned in there. So here we are seeing an example of the BTech Computer Science and Engineering subjects, and similarly as we just discussed, you will see that there are several types of core courses are there. There are open elective courses are there. In the 7th semester you have program electives for your specific domain, and then in your 8th semester you have a major project. Before that one you have industrial training, minor projects. So all in all, our curriculum is developed already for overall and holistic development of a student. Once you go to the academic handbook, you will see that there are several numbers and there are several codes that there are. So from this codes you can decode like which department is floating those courses. If you see a course like MA 1101, that necessarily means this is a course delivered by the Department of Mathematics. If you see the PY code, it means that the physics department is floating that course. So if you just see the code of a course, you will get to know that which department is floating those courses, and also from the 4 digits after that one, you get to know in which semester and which level these courses are offered. So if you do not understand exactly what is going on with the name of the subject, the code tells you a lot of things in there. Also, you will see that there are some numbers, LTPC numbers are mentioned in there. These means lectures, credits, practicals and tutorials. So the credits is how many number of classes you will have in a week. So the credit necessarily means the weightage of certain subjects. So if you have a 4 credit course, that necessarily means there will be 4 classes in a week, and those classes will be divided into lectures and tutorials. Lectures are where your teacher will teach you something, and the tutorials are where you can ask your teachers about your specific queries. You can solve numerical problems or any type of problems that there are. You can solve assignments with your teacher, and you will get to clarify any doubts you may have in that subject. Practical courses have some practical hours assigned to it. So if you have a 1 credit practical course, you will have 2 hours of lab for that one. So that way, if you check out the academic handbook and if you see this kind of numbers, you know that exactly how much weightage you should put on a subject, how many classes will be there, how many hours you have to study those courses. So in a semester, for example, here we are showing an example of the BTech first year course. You see that in the first and second semester there are in total 22 credits, and there will be a total contact hour of 27 and 26 hours respectively. So you have ample time, enough time to study on your own and do all sorts of extracurricular activities in here. Also, evaluation is something that is very important in Manipal University Jaipur. We follow the internal and external assessment. The end term evaluation only has 40% weightage, and that will be judged by an exam at the end of the semester. But your performance throughout the semester also matters, and that has more weightage than whatever you do at the very end in the last at the last of the semester in any one exam. So the internal evaluation has 60% weightage, and 40% of those go to two midterm examinations. So there is a midterm 1 examination which happens almost 1.5 months after you start your studies, and after 2.5 months there will be a midterm 2 examination. 20% weightage will be given in there. There will be continuous evaluation like quizzes, assignments, presentation. It depends on subject to subject, and in those courses they have 20% weightage in there, and the end term examination has 40% weightage. So all in all you have 100% weightage in all, and then once you score something, some marks on in 100, you will be given a grade. A plus for A plus, if you will get a grade point of 10, A 9, B 8, and so on. You need at least 5 grade points or a E grade to pass the subject. If you fail to achieve 35% score all over or in the end term examination, you might be given a F grade, which is fail grade. If you cannot appear for the end term examination for some medical purposes or some crisis, then you can apply for an incomplete grade, and in the next chance you can clear that subject. And if you miss a lot of classes, in Manipal University Jaipur we are very serious about attendance in our classes. You must attend 75% of the classes. If you fail to attend at least 75% of the classes, you will be given a DT grade. That necessarily means that you have to retake the course. You have to go through all the continuous evaluation, midterm 2, ET, all those kinds of things. So that one goes to a 0 grade point. So once you have achieved some grade point in any of the subjects, you can calculate your GPA and CGPA, which are the grade point average and cumulative grade point average. So that those are some scores that you get in a 10-point scale. So the maximum that you can achieve is a 10 grade point, and then at the end of the end of your program you will get something, a grade which has a minimum value of 5. So something in between 5 and 10 you will get, and generally depending on the class size you will be either evaluated in a relative grade or an absolute grade. And this kind of you can see that there are some equations that we are using in here to calculate your grade point, but you do not really have to bother about this one. We have a portal, SLCM portal, which has all the information on your academic processes, the types of courses you are taking, the classes you are attending, all those kinds of things, and there you will find your GPA and CGPA for all the courses. You do not really have to calculate anything. Everything will be calculated in there. If you have any confusion like how these grades are happening, how you are getting certain grades, so you can obviously approach any of the teacher, or you can approach us. We will be really happy to help you with this one. More on the evaluation process will be explained by the office of the controller of the examination or the exam cell. So you will get more information on this later. So let's talk about some very necessary things that we follow in Manipal University Jaipur. Before the start of each semester, you must do the academic registration. So the academic registration is done online, but in the classroom on a SLCM portal or a DMS portal that you will get the access of. So you have to choose the subjects that you have to study. So if you have only core courses, they will be already listed. If you have to select some electives, you should get in touch with your class coordinator, and be depending on whatever you want to study and whatever is being offered, your teachers will be able to help you select your elective courses, and you should get inside our system. So that is the registration process. Without the registration, you won't be allowed to attend the classes. So this is a very important thing that we did do in the beginning of, at the very beginning of the semester. Also for certain elective courses, you may have to do pre-registration. So we know for each elective course how many students are opting for this course and all those kinds of things. And unfortunately, if for some reason you get an F grade or an I grade or an DT grade, you may need to do re-registration for certain courses that you have failed to pass. Okay, but all in all, in total in a semester, at the max 32 credits you are allowed to take. You cannot take more than 32 credits. That's because we know that if you take more than 32 credits, you will not have enough time to attend all the classes or follow the courses in a proper manner. There are certain promotion criteria in here. So to go from first semester to first year to the second year, so second semester to third semester, fourth to fifth semester, there are certain promotion criteria. So these criteria are dependent on which program you are studying. So I would suggest that you go to your academic handbook, check out within there that for to go to the next year you must have achieved certain grades. So we will talk about only one example in here. So for example, you may remember that we just discussed that BTech first year has 22 credits in the first and 22 credits in the second semester. So in total there are 44 credits, and you must pass at least in so many subjects that the credit goes to 26. Otherwise you have to repeat the first year of your BTech courses. Same thing happens in when you go to the fifth semester or the second year, seventh semester or the third year. So there are a certain number of credits you must fulfill, otherwise you will be debarred from going to the next semester. So your promotion will be debarred in that case. Apart from the core courses, as we discussed, there are several types of other courses that we follow in here. There are open elective courses which are absolutely multidisciplinary. So all 30 departments that we have in our Manipal University Jaipur, they offer certain courses. So these are your open elective courses. So if you are a student of business and you want to learn a little bit of coding, so you can take a course from computer science and engineering or computer communication engineering or computer application. So you can study coding. If you are a student of computer science and your interest are in graphic design, you can take a course from architecture and design, and you can hone your skills in those subjects. So these open elective courses are there. These are mandatory learning courses. That necessarily means that you do not have any weightage of grade from these subjects. These are just for your own interest and your own learning. Also in MUJ we have active collaboration with some multiple MOOC platforms like Coursera, Swayam and NPTEL. So you can apply and you can get the license for them, and you can learn any subject that you wish to learn. Also there are many value added courses that are offered by the individual faculty members in here. So depending on your interest, if you are interested in scientific communication for example, you can take in those courses, you can earn a certificate in those. So these are apart from your own academic processes. There are many types of courses that you can take and you can achieve some skills in multiple domains. Three very important rules that we will talk about. So attendance, please note that minimum of 75% attendance is mandatory in MUJ to be able to appear for the end term examination. If you do not have 75% attendance, you have to retake the course. So please be careful in that one, that you must maintain. You should attend all the classes, but for some reason, medical purposes or some crisis, if you miss some courses, you miss some classes, you must maintain at least 75% attendance. There are certain credit requirements that we have just spoken about, that to be able to go to the next year you must achieve certain credits. If you don't do that one, you will be put on an academic probation. You have to retake the courses. And then there is the academic termination program. So this is a mandate from UGC and other regulatory bodies that any program must be completed in n+2 years, where n is the duration of the program. If BTech program is a 4-year program, you must complete all the courses within 4+2, that is 6 years. And that is all about the important stuff that is there. There are a lot of things in academics that we had to discuss, but yeah, the time is limited, so we just focused on the very basics of academics. If you have any questions, here are some very important contact details that is given. You can come to any of the offices, like the Directorate of Academic office in the room number 001 in 1AB building, or the academic section in room number 217, or the DMS office which is in the 1C or administrative building 3rd floor. The important email IDs are also given in here. If you have any questions, any queries, anything, you can obviously approach us, or you can approach any of the teachers and they will be able to help you with your clarity. Once again, I welcome you to Manipal University Jaipur, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you have a great time in here. Thank you.